Hey, what's up YouTube? I have another video here. Probably the next several videos I'm going to do stuff like this. Just take a break from the gameplay videos. Anyway, what I have here is my Hi-capa 4.3. I'm going to talk about my camera setup and what I'm trying to do. So you've probably seen in my previous video I've used my this gun here, and I had a camera setup. I'm going to talk about the camera setup that I used in the previous video for the selfie cam, and it does add a little bit of bulk, but I think it's worth it. So, but anyway, I'm going to tell you about the system and why it didn't work. This is a attachment I got off of eBay. It was pretty cheap. I had it here, so this mounted onto this, and I had to I don't advise getting this one because it doesn't fit the I had to Dremel this down. But anyway, so I put it on here like this. It would go on here, and the thing is that I wanted to also use my flashlight here. So I wanted to use both of them. And what I did was, in the previous video, or actually the past couple of videos, is what I attached my TLR light here, this, and then this part here is flat. So what I did was I just put it on here like this, and there's a couple holes here, so I used zip ties around this like this. The problem with this approach is that the zip ties were breaking, you know, I guess from all the movement and just the recoil from the gun, and it caused the zip ties to break. So they actually broke twice the last time I played. So this is not a good setup, and the GoPro goes here. This is where the GoPro mounts here. Okay, so not a good approach. You know, I was playing around different ways. Maybe I could attach it to this and then somehow attach this to this, but you can see that there's really no way to attach it to that. Okay, so I wanted to go with a different system, and so I came up with this one. This is a popular GoPro mount. This is all over eBay, Amazon. You can get this for about $10. So some of them, this is a screw that goes into, so you mount this on here like this, and you screw this in to tighten it up. And then some of them have a screw here to tighten this to the GoPro, but I got one that was just, you just slide the clip in like this. This is your standard GoPro mount, and it's very stable. There's no wobble. I know some people complained about some wobble. There's no wobble here, like that. Okay, and then here you slide this on like this. Well, actually, let me just do this first. So slide it on, and then mount. The problem was, how do I get this mounted to this? Okay, so I've been spending the past several days trying to figure out, how to do that. The other approach is obviously that you can attach this to this. So I was playing around with different, the same approach, right? If I can get this on, and somehow attach. Again, this surface here is flat, so we could do something here, maybe tape or glue or something, and attach this to this like this. You know, the thing was, I wanted it to be very flexible in terms of if I wanted to take this off and just mount the light to this. I didn't want to do anything permanent to this here, so I needed a way to take things on and off if I needed to, stuff like that. And I needed it to be very secure, unlike this one. I need something reliable, basically. So this is a system I came up with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this directly to this. This is very tight, hold on, so like that, okay? And this is really solid, like it's not gonna move at all. And then, so the problem left with is, how do I attach the light to this GoPro mount? So I came up with a thought, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna test it out, is to attach this picatinny rail to the GoPro mount. Oops, sorry, it's gonna be over here. Okay, like this. And I got one with 3 holes because I wanted the hole in the middle because I'm gonna have it go over the screw like that. Hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna have it go over the screw like that. I might have to enlarge the hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shave these couple things down with my Dremel to make it flat. And then I'm going to do is I'm also gonna take my Dremel, use this. I'm gonna take my Dremel and I'm gonna cut this part here and this part here. So basically cut these 2 pieces off so it fits inside this section here. And I'm going to JB weld this. I was thinking about how to secure this to this piece here securely, and I'm going to use some JB weld. I've used it once before, and it should be a permanent attachment. These are both aluminum, so it should stick together pretty well. And then once this is attached to this, then I can attach it to this. So basically it's going to be like this. Okay. Like this here. Okay. A little bit bulky, but I think it's worth it. And because the picatinny is going to be attached to this, I can easily take my light off. I can take this mount off and just put the light on there if I wanted to. It's just very flexible. So that's the approach I'm going to do, and hopefully it will work out. I'll come back and show you the end result. All right. All right, so I finished my project. Let me go and show it to you. This is it. It's a little picatinny rail attached to the GoPro mount. I used JB weld here. I think I'll send a picture. I'll show a picture somewhere of the JB weld I used. And this is it. It's not exactly pretty, but it doesn't matter because nobody's gonna see it. Okay. So again, what I did was I attached I cut off the left and right of the picatinny rail, and I JB welded the picatinny to the GoPro mount. It's pretty strong. So I used the original JB weld and I let it sit for about 15 hours or something like that, maybe more. All right. So let me go ahead and mount it and I'll show you how this works. So again, because the hole is there, I have access to install and uninstall this to the gun. So let me go ahead and install it for you. So then I just put this on here like this. Oh, and I did shave this down a little bit right here because it was too much of a tight fit to fit on. So now it slides on pretty well, and it's still pretty tight. Okay, like that. All right, so I have the picatinny attached to the bottom. So now I can attach this to this. So I'll go like this. There you go. And then the camera, I'll just slide the camera on here like this. Okay. Now I need to tighten the screw down, so what I'll do is I find out exactly where I need to tighten it down. So I'll go ahead and take this back off. Go ahead and tighten this down here. Okay, so now it doesn't move. Then I'll put this back on, like this. Now it's ready to go. But it's pretty good. I'm a Lexan here and prevent from BBs from hitting it or protecting it. All right.